Hey, my name is Phil from legitmarketingreviews.com. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a knowledge-based software called Document360. Now, in this Document360 review, I want to show you exactly what this platform does, how it actually works, and then by the end of this video, you should know if it's right for you. Now, just before we get started, if you are new to the channel, I review high-quality marketing products and tools, and every week I release a new video. So if you are in the digital marketing industry, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest videos. Okay, so first of all, what is Document360? It is a knowledge-based platform which allows you to quickly and easily create a knowledge base for your business. Now, the good thing about this is it does have a few different types of features which really make it stand out from other platforms out there. For example, you can create public knowledge bases, perfect if you are a SaaS company, if you have a course, and different things like that where people don't actually have to log in to get the information. Or if you are creating internal training, for example, for your team, you can actually create a private knowledge base where people can have login information to access the content. Now, there are tons of different features inside of Document360, so what I'm going to do is instead of trying to explain it, I'm going to jump behind the screen and show you. Okay, so first of all, let's start here at the Document360 website. What I first want to do is run through some of the different website features that are listed. There are a ton of features on this platform, so I won't have time to go through every individual one. However, I will go through the ones that I think most people will use, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And then after we go through the listed features, I'll quickly run through the different pricing plans so you know what you can expect. Once again, there is actually a free trial, a 14-day one to test drive the platform. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, I've left a link for that in the description. And then finally, I will jump into the platform and show you how it's done. So first of all, let's go to the features tab. If you come inside here, there is a ton of listed features, right? The main things to look out for are the documentation, right? So this is where you're actually going to add in all your different articles and your different content. So there is plenty of different options when it comes to creating things like templates, adding in workflows, embedding things like videos, everything you would need. We've also got different category managers, so you can create categories for each of your different articles, making it nice and easy for people to come in and find the content they're looking for. It's also got a very easy editor to use. There's two different types of editors. We've got the Markdown editor and the WYSIWYG editor. I believe it's called What You See Is What You Get, which is probably my most preferred one. The Markdown is more for people that understand coding a little bit better. But apart from that, there is plenty of different options when creating the articles. Finally, you can create your own branding for Document360 as well, allowing you to do things like creating your own favicon logo. You can also create your own domain to host it on, everything like that, making it nice and easy and customizable. And then next we have security. What it does is every day at midnight, it actually backs up all of your information. You can also add in different types of members into the platform, choosing their specific role. You can also add in custom domain mapping, everything like that, as well as IP restrictions. This is a really cool one. And then finally, we've got analytics. It's got a lot to do with where the person is searching. I'll go through these in a moment as well, but plenty of good features. Now, there are some additional ones down below, things like private hosting, and inside the platform, you also have your own drive. You can also add in different SEO settings if you want them to be searched. So there's plenty of options inside of here, plenty of features. And what I'll quickly do now is just run through the pricing. So there is 4 different plans inside of here. Once again, there is a 14-day trial to test out all of the higher tier plans. If you are a solopreneur or if you've got a small business, you can always start off on the free plan. This is going to allow you to create 50 different articles. You are going to be restricted to a public knowledge base. Most people actually are looking for this though, so that's completely fine. You won't be able to use your own custom domain though. If you want that, you'll have to upgrade to the startup plan, but there is more than enough features to go and create a solid knowledge base and use it accordingly. Now, we do have the startup plan. Once again, you will be able to add in your own custom domain with a SSL. You've also got some SEO description generators as well. And then finally, once we get into the business, you're allowed more team members. You're allowed an additional knowledge base. You're allowed a private knowledge base. You get more analytics and everything in between. There's so many more features inside of here. So once you start growing, this is probably the plan you will come up to. So depending where you are in your business, then there is an option for you. And then finally, there is the enterprise. This is going to give you more security, better restrictions. It's also going to add in a lot of different things like ticket deflectors and everything like that. So depending on what you're looking for, there is an option for everyone. So what I'm going to do right now is actually start a new account. I'll start a brand new free trial so you can see exactly what it does, and then we can start playing with the features. Okay, so I've gone ahead and created a brand new free trial. As soon as you get started, once again, you don't even need a credit card to get started. You'll be brought to this page here, which is a nice little onboarding sequence. It will set up the basic parts of your business right here so you can go ahead and start creating. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and run through this so you know exactly what we're looking for. So it's going to ask, what is your business called? So I'm going to call this Legit Marketing Reviews. Okay, and it's going to create a subdomain here. If you want to change it as well, you can also change the subdomain. Once again, this is just for your Document360 subdomain. Once you are on a plan that can allow your own custom, you can always change it later as well. So I'm going to go ahead, click on next. It's going to ask, what is your default editor? Just to give you a quick breakdown, this is perfect for people that understand a little bit about coding. The markdown option, I tried it just before. It is pretty easy to understand. However, if you are a content creator that mainly uses places like Word or WordPress to create different types of documents, then you'll probably want the WYSIWYG editor. The what you see is what you get. It's probably the easiest. It allows you to drag and drop a bunch of things as well. So I probably recommend this one unless you are a coder. So I'm going to click on next. It's asking for a logo. So what you can do is add in your logo here if you wish. For the sake of this example, I'm just going to leave it as a text for now. Click on next. And then finally, what kind of knowledge base are you going to create? I just want to create a public one here. Click on create, and then it's going to go ahead and start setting it up. Now, the good thing about this is there are a lot of features, but what they have done instead is created demo data inside of the platform. This allows you to get an idea of what you're actually building. So what you can do once you enter this account here, once you get into your dashboard, is come to the top right and click on View Site. And this is going to open a new tab and show you what your website's looking for. Now it's saying verification pending, so I'll quickly just open my email and verify my email. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done that, been redirected back to the beginning, which is cool. And then if I come back to View Site one more time, this is what our website looks like. Now it already has a cookie consent tab in it, which is good. And this is basically what you can expect. Now everything inside of here is customizable. You can change the navigations. You can change the logo area here. You can change the different types of themes. And inside here is all of the different types of information. So if I clicked on one, you'll see it'll bring you to the knowledge base type of platform. And this is where all of the different content is inside of it. These are all actually tutorials on how to get set up. But let's just say I wanted to search for Drive. I know there's a Drive section here. So if I click on Drive, press enter, it's going to take me straight to understanding Drive, which is cool. And if I just type it in, you can also see it brings it up down below as well. So this is the sort of editor you can expect to see. There's also a back and forth, and there is also a was this article helpful? So you can see if the article is good or bad. There's dark, share, print, and open in portal is an admin type of feature, just so you can go ahead and quickly edit the article if you're viewing it and there is an error. So it's quick and easy to use. I absolutely love this platform. It just makes complete sense how to use it. So let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the very beginning of Document360, the dashboard. So when you come into your brand, one of the first things you'll probably want to do is start playing with your homepage. Now, once again, if I come back to the beginning, this is what it currently looks like. There is, however, this additional bit of promotion for Document360. You can see there is a lot of the listings down below as well, sales and support, this sort of thing. So let's go ahead and start editing it. Now, the first thing you will notice when you come to the homepage builder is it'll bring you here. Now, you can easily edit the title of it, right? So let's just say, welcome to Legit Marketing Reviews, comprehensive documentation, help your users get started with legit marketing reviews, right? Something like that. You can edit it how you want. If you want to add additional buttons, right, you can easily do so as well. So add another custom URL, it's going to enter one there. Or if you wanted to change the button colors, you can also do so here as well. Quick and easy, right? There's nothing really to it. And the search bar is there as well, which is pretty cool. Now, if you come to this top right button here, you'll see next to publish, there is one called themes. Now, there is actually 4 different themes you can choose from. I actually like this green one, right? Engage. It looks really fresh. If you want to use that, you're more than welcome to. Just go ahead and either activate it or preview it if you want to see it first. There's also innovate, and then there is learn. I'm going to go ahead and activate Engage. I love this theme. I think it is just so clean and so fresh. Of course, there is a few little things to change once you start getting into it. For example, the text needs to be changed. It's a little bit light. So if I come to this little 3 dots, come to text color, quickly and easily, we can change that. Same with the button. I'm going to go ahead and choose black for the button. And if I go and press publish and click yes, and then click on view site, you'll see this is the homepage I've created. Now, if I come down, I don't want to have all of this information down here. So what I'm going to do is scroll down. Now, there is a sort of like a hamburgery type of menu where you can filter what types of parts of the website you see. For example, if I reference it right, discover how we can help your business. This is actually this little section here. So they've used some custom coding in there. So what I'm going to do is just remove it. Okay, and this one below it as well is these quick links, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those as well. Okay, ebooks and guides, may even remove that section entirely too. And same with the bottom HTML. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, press publish, view the site now, and let's see what it's got. So you can see we have the footer, which we're going to play with soon. We've then got the browse by category, and we have got these different documentations. I think I'm going to remove these as well. I think they're just part of the initial setup. So let's just go ahead and remove this entire section. Okay, and then we should be getting pretty close to how we want it to look. Okay, so that has now been done. Let's go have a look. So that's getting close. Now, if I click on it once again, this is what it's going to look like. We can also customize all of these as well. So what I would do is, just to let you know, these automatically populate as well once you start creating different types of documentation, and we'll go through that in just a second. But what people will probably want to edit is the footer. So what you want to do for that is actually come down to settings and then come to knowledge base site. And down here, you will see this part which says custom pages. Oh, actually it's navigation, sorry. Navigation's here, and then at the bottom we've got footer navigation, and you'll see this is their custom coding that they've actually added into it. So what we can do is come either to basic footer, where you can add in link names. You can also add in some social links, or if you know a little bit about coding, you can go and play with this. You can also choose to have just a blank one, or you can have theme A. I'll just put inside here a basic one just so you know how it works. I'm going to say go back to website, or back to website. Okay, add in my website just to show you how it works. Okay, turn it on, and I'm not going to do too much customization. You can play around with this later. So I'll go ahead, click on save. Okay, and then I'll click view site one more time. Okay, and now you'll see here it has back to website. So it's quick and easy to get rid of all of the different type of branding once you get started. And if you want to play with the header navigation, same thing once again, you can come down here and it's got all of the different links. So you can go and change them. You can delete what you want as well. So if I just got rid of them all except for sign up, for example, click on save, click on view site. Then all we have left now is the sign up button, and this is your admin dashboard. So it all looks pretty good. So let's go back to our dashboard. Let's go back to the platform itself, and let's start playing with the knowledge base. So first of all, come to documentation. Inside of here is where all of your articles are going to be listed. So you can see down here, categories and articles, and this is where all of the demo data is. Now, just to let you know, all of the demo data that you see inside of this page, this can all be cleared with just one click of a button, which is this one here. So if you're trying to see what the platform is going to look like first, I highly recommend leaving it there. Play with the different settings inside of the settings tab. And then once you're happy with the theme, once you're happy with the look and feel of it, then you can go ahead and clear the data. So I'll go ahead and clear it now just to show you what will happen. So you can see categories and articles, we will actually have pretty much nothing left, which we don't, there's nothing there. So now our knowledge base will look very bare. So let me show you how to go ahead and start creating knowledge bases. So the first step is clicking on the new button, then click on add category. And this is going to be the category that will appear as your knowledge base. So what you want to call this is whatever you're going to be talking about. Maybe I'm going to say getting started, right? And there's three options here. You can either choose an index, which is going to list different pages. You can have a page, which is like an article. It looks like an article, but you can add in things like text and links and images, everything like that. Or you can create the folder, which is like a category. So I'm just going to choose folder. Now I might go ahead and actually create a few folders just to give me a bit of meat inside of my knowledge base. So getting started, next we might be calling it custom domains. Not sure what I would be creating this knowledge base for, but I'm just going to create a few random categories. So I'm going to say building pages. So I'll go ahead, pause this video and just create a few more. Okay, so we now have got 6 different custom folders that have been created. So if I come back to my brand, if I go ahead and refresh it, there is nothing here because we have no articles. So that's easy. What I'm going to do right now is go ahead and create a new article. And to do that, what we do is just come on the 3 dots on the right of any of the folders, click on add article, and we can go ahead and add a new article. So I'm going to call this welcome to legit marketing reviews. Okay. Click on create, and now we can go ahead and start editing it out. So inside of here, you will notice it is just like a regular text editor. We can go ahead, and this will be our H1 title. We can go ahead and start creating some content. So I'm going to say, congratulations for making it this far. Inside of this knowledge base, I will show you how to get started, right? Now in here, let's just say, for example, I wanted to add in a YouTube video. I've got a nice little YouTube video I found I'm going to embed onto this knowledge base. So if you come across, here's all the different features you can get inside of the editor. So all your regular text, we've also got different types of lists. We've got more paragraphs, links, insert code blocks. We've got images, insert files, callouts, private notes. We've got latex, find and replace, content reuse, and we've also got insert video. And if you want to add things like emojis and tables, you can also do that here. I'm just going to insert a video, click on my YouTube link, and then it's going to go ahead and embed it. Now, if you wanted to change the sizing, you can just quickly grab one of the corners and drag it out where you want it to go. If you were using the other editor, I don't believe you can do it as easy. So depending on your skill level, you can easily add in things like this. Now below it, if you wanted to add in a headline, for example, an H2, what to do if you get stuck, right? And then you can add in some more content. Let's just say a list, check your internet connection, right? Reach out to support and create a ticket, something like that. You know, it's quick and easy. So I'm just going to go ahead, click on publish. Okay, go click on yes. And now this page is live. So let's go ahead and have a look what it looks like. You can either choose to go ahead and click on it here, which will bring you to the knowledge base. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Looks like I've got a little bit of formatting to do here, but not too much. I might even just make the video slightly bigger. But that's cool. You can see it says, was this article helpful? You've also got the different options inside of here, and it's been added to this folder. Now, one thing that's interesting, if I come back to the homepage, you will notice the categories haven't been added. What we need to do is actually add them inside there as well. So to do that, all you need to do is come back to Homepage Builder. And inside here, come to browse by category. On the drop down, what you want to do is just add in all of these options, okay? And now you'll see they've been added. You can also change the different icons and everything if you wish. For the sake of this example, I'm not going to waste your time editing it, but you can see the ones with articles are then going to appear. That one's a square for some reason, but you can go ahead and change it anyway. So moving forward, once you have created your first article, if this is the type of format that you're probably going to use for majority of your platform, what you can do is come across to the 3 dots after the article, and you can choose Save as Template. And what this is going to do is allow you to quickly and easily add this template to every new article just to save you a ton of time. For example, if I went to Custom Domains, clicked on Add, and then chose Add Article, what it's going to do is ask me what I want to call it, and it says you can choose from a template. Go ahead and choose the template you want. These two are already here by default. So I'm going to go ahead, choose that, and what I'm going to do is just rename it. So I'll go ahead, choose that once again. That's fine. I'm going to call this buying a domain maybe. Go ahead, click on create. And now we've already got all of the content that we first started with. So if you were just going to quickly come in here, change the videos, change everything like that, this is an easy way to go ahead and create a solid base so you can quickly build out your entire knowledge base, and then your team can come in and start editing it. And while we're talking about teams, let me quickly show you what the workflows mean. Now, In the right here, we've got what's called a workflow status. This is a status that you or your team can actually run through, so you can go ahead and use it sort of like a pipeline, right? So at the moment, by default, you have draft, in review, and published. But if you come across to this content tools on the left, we have what's called the workflow designer. And inside here, you can create your own different types of stages, I guess you can call it, so people can come through and actually put in their input. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to call this first edit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on add. What this is going to allow me to do is drag the sort of movement around, and let's just say someone created a draft, someone's gone ahead and added in their first edit, maybe it wants to be gone in for review, then finally published. What you can do now is every time that you create an article, so going back to my documentation, let's just say I came across here on my workflow status. I said, hey, I've already gone and done my first edit. So you can go ahead and actually mention all your different team inside of here, right? So depending on how many team members you have in here or who is actually in your team, you just go ahead, choose it at, and add in their name or email, and it's going to bring them up. They're also going to get a notification saying, hey, this is ready for you. Go ahead and do your part, and then they can move forward in the process. So this is great if you've got multiple people in your business. One person can go ahead, start all of them, the next person can start working through. And then if you want to have an overview of how everything is going, you can also come to the workflow assignments, and inside here you'll have all the ones assigned to you, overdue. We've also got drafts, first edits, in review, and publish. So these are all the stages in your workflow. So it's really nice and easy to use. Now, some other features inside of Document360, apart from creating the knowledge bases, we've also got a drive. So if you want to add in any of your own digital assets or media, you can go ahead and add them all inside of here. If you want to come to different types of analytics, you can see inside of here who's actually been in based on their countries and what they've done inside of here. So you can see I'm in New Zealand. I've visited my page 3 times. Once again, you can choose different dates, everything like that as well. But I imagine over a little while, you will have a nice little graph of who has actually been viewing your content from around the world. We also have performance. So this is based on the different types of metrics. If people like it, if people don't like it, total views, things like that. And you can come down here and it's going to show you your leading contributors, your leading articles, your leading categories, and your leading countries. So it's really nice feedback and analytics inside of it. We also have different types of searches people are looking for. So if you were to come in and see what people are actually looking for, this is going to be the place. You can also see team accounts, feedbacks, link status, page not found, and ticket deflector. So lots of different types of insights inside there. We also have the content tools. This is where you can create different types of templates, bulk operations, article review reminders. You can also create different types of tags. You've also got this content reuse thing, which I'm not going to go too in depth with. This is talking about different snippets and variables you can create. I'm not a massive codey guy, but if you are, you can easily go in here, and you can also upload articles using the bulk import and export button if you want to remove your content too. Now let's go to some settings. This is also some fun stuff if you want to customize your dashboard. Down inside the design, we have first of all things like your logo, all the onboarding that we first started with. If you want to change the colors of your platform, you can easily do so here. It's going to change the bars nice and quickly, as well as the accent. And then there is the secondary color if you want to add that in as well. Now, when we come down to custom pages, this is going to be where you can add in things like your 404, access denied, unauthorized, your login if you have the private knowledge bases, and also IP restrictions. These, of course, are on the business plan. So if you want those, you're going to have to be on that particular plan. We've also got custom domains. So if you want to add, say, for a docs.yourdomain.com, whatever your domain is, it's nice and easy to do. So let's just say I wanted to type in docs.legitmarketingreviews.com. You can see down here, all we need to do is add in these 2 records and it's going to be good to go. Next, we have article redirect rules, article settings. We've also got SEO settings if you want them as well, custom CSS and JavaScript. We've also got some nice integrations if you want to integrate some other platforms, things like Intercom, Google Tag Manager, Segment, Hotjar, Google Analytics. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see there is a lot inside of here, things like Fresh Chat, which is nice as well. We've got cookie consent if you want to add that. You can edit the smart bars, ticket deflectors. And then we have what's called the knowledge base assistant. If I come back to their homepage, this is basically what the knowledge base assistant is. You can choose different types of options to create them as well. I'm not going to spend too long. This video is already getting quite long, so I'm not going to go through that, but it's there if you want it. We've also got URL mapping. and custom CSS and JavaScript. Finally, we have got users and security. So this is talking about your team, your accounts, your groups of team members, things like that, content access and their roles. You've also got IP restriction. So if you want to restrict who's coming into the platform, you can easily do so, as well as the site access. If you're in a higher plan, you can change that to private. Now, apart from that, that is pretty much the entire platform. There is plenty of other features I haven't even touched on, but that is Document360. It is a powerhouse when it comes to knowledge bases. What I'm going to do right now is jump behind the screen. I just want to talk about a few extra things about this type of platform. Okay, so that was Document360. As you can see, it is such a powerful knowledge-based platform. There is so many options inside of it, so much customizations, so many different features. It's going to do everything that you could ever want inside of a knowledge base, and most likely more. Now, once again, this has a pricing and plan for all types of businesses. If you're just starting out, you've got the free plan. If you want to create private knowledge bases for internal training for your team, things like that, there is a plan for you. And once again, there is 14 days to test it out if you want to give it a go. So even if you're just sort of fishing around to see if there's a good platform for you, I highly recommend checking it out. Once again, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But that is Document360. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. I've got some great marketing videos coming in the next coming weeks. That's it from me. I'll see you in the next video.